Hello, my name is Lauren Frederick. This is my presentation on traditional versus online learning models. Here's my topic overview. So we'll discuss key similarities and differences. I'm also going to discuss the advantages and disadvantages for both online and traditional learning. What are some of the adult learning theories that are in practice? I'm going to give some examples of effective instruction in both traditional and online models. And then my last slide will be my supporting research citations. First, I'm going to go over the key similarities. Focus on learning objectives. Both models emphasize achieving clear, measurable learning outcomes aligned with standards. The use of instructional strategies. Both incorporate active learning techniques like discussions, case studies, and collaborative projects. For the differences, there's the mode of delivery. So traditional learning occurs face-to-face in physical classrooms, like I have here, while online learning uses digital platforms. And finally, last difference is interaction patterns. Traditional classrooms offer synchronous, real-time interactions. Online models provide both synchronous, like live classes, and asynchronous, like discussion boards or recorded lecture options. So kind of like what we have as well on the classroom here, where we can post on the discussion board back and forth. Some advantages and disadvantages of traditional and online learning. So for the traditional model, advantages are there's immediate feedback and in-person engagement. So when I'm here actively watching my kids, I can see what's going on if they're grasping the concept or not. There's structured learning environment, which is conducive to discipline. So if I can see that there's an issue in the class, I can handle that right then and there. Disadvantages, limited flexibility in scheduling. So, I have 8 classes a day, so I have to follow that class all day. I don't get to spend an extra 15 minutes with the kid just to make sure they're understanding a concept. It also requires physical presence, which can be restrictive. So in the event where I need to go learn as a teacher, I can't go between 8 and 5 because I'm at school learning or teaching as well. For online models, advantages, there is flexibility in learning pace and schedule. Again, I can spend an extra 15 minutes if I need with a kid to make sure, or an adult, making sure they understand the concept and the topic that we're trying to fully understand. There's also broader access to resources and diverse participants. So again, opening it, like we discussed in the TED Talk, opening it to anyone online allows diversity from people from all countries, backgrounds, and then allowing access to resources that not everybody has. Disadvantage, potential lack of engagement and isolation. So just because they're in the class doesn't mean they're participating. They can just be sitting there watching along, but not actually doing anything. And then heavily reliant on technology and self-motivation, having access to computers and internet, and then again, wanting to do stuff instead of procrastinating. Adult learning theories and practice. So the first one I'm going to talk about is andragogy, which was developed by Malcolm Knowles. Both models benefit from acknowledging adults' self-directedness and real-world application. In traditional models, there's hands-on activities like role-playing through scenarios or completing an activity. In online models, there's interactive modules to see a phenomenon and case-based learning to see others' results. For transformative learning, developed by Mesro, it's facilitating critical reflection and perspective challenge. In traditional models, we have group discussions that engage students and allow each other to work through problems together. In online models, there are forums or reflective journals, kind of like what we have in our situation here, where students can engage with each other at their own pace. Effective instruction in both models. In the traditional model, like in my classroom now, in 6th grade science, we use probing questions to analyze key observations and ideas as a class discussion. For my classes online, we can design interactive multimedia projects where students analyze and present key investigations using digital presentations. As adults, again, we can do hands-on activities to help foster critical thinking and problem solving. And then online, we have forums and blogs to discuss topics back and forth. Again, we had key similarities. Both traditional and online learning modules focus on clear learning objectives and use active instructional strategies. Differences, there's the face-to-face versus online. Not getting to talk to someone in real time, right? It takes a while to interact with each other. Advantages and disadvantages, immediate feedback when you're in person, flexibility when you're online. Disadvantage, limited flexibility when you're in person, and online isolation and, procrastination. And lastly, here are my sources: the class textbook, a scholarly article, and the TED Talk that we watched as a class. Thank you for watching.